Hello, everybody. Sorry for not being here yesterday. I was under the weather. Stuffy nose. Still have a stuffy nose, in case you can't tell. Stuffy nose, then followed by a runny nose, and then just followed by having, then also had a high fever. So, yeah, nothing went right yesterday. I was just sick. I slept the majority of the day. Then, right around, guys, say like right around 5:30, my brother-in-law and his kids came over. I was like, oh, great. Now I gotta feed his feed his football team plus my kids. But my husband, came home right after him, so I didn't have to think of anything to cook. He brought home pizza. So I cooked 4 pizzas and 4 of the 6 that he brought, and that seemed to make everybody happy. And I say football team of kids because my brother-in-law has a lot of kids. So you get to watch me get ready for the day and just talk about what's been going on. How was everybody's weekend? Mine was mine was fine. On Saturday night, my husband, myself, and my eldest daughter. We left the other 2 kids at home. They wanted to stay home at least. We went grocery shopping. Brought back lots of food. We left at like, oh god, what was it? Like close to 9 o'clock. So we had to go into Columbus. We couldn't go into Central City because the C Mall was closed. So we just went into Columbus. And I don't have anything for my hair to. And then we went to Hy-Vee and got groceries. And everyone is just wanting me today. So, yeah. Went into Columbus. Got groceries. Then came home and we didn't do anything else other than that. So, yeah. So that was basically my weekend. Didn't do anything on Sunday. Then I had to get sick yesterday. So I was just laying in bed all day. Oh my gosh, slept away the majority of the day. So yeah, didn't do anything. Excuse me while I reach for my makeup. Okay. My hair looks like shit. Oh, and today is my son's 13th birthday. So, he's 13 years old today. I officially have 2 teenagers in the house. A 15-year-old and a 13-year-old. Next year, I will officially have 3. Oh, I can't believe that. Oh, God, my eldest daughter says I'm getting old. Hi there, Avir. I'm doing great. Just getting ready for my day. A bit late. It's like, what, 11:30? And I'm sorry I wasn't on yesterday. I was sick. I didn't want to do anything. I had to get up early yesterday, take my eldest daughter to her one act practice, and after that, after I got home, I My head hit the bed, hit my pillow, and I didn't wake up till noon. And then I fell back asleep. Didn't wake up till like 2 or 3. So yeah, so I figured I'd do a live video while I was getting ready for the day. Today's my son's 13th birthday. So my husband has something planned, but he won't tell me what because he's too afraid I will blab to my son. Our son. No problem. Kind of figured some people might have been missing me. Holy. Damn Facebook. People are just commenting on stuff. I'm thinking that they need me. So how was your weekend, Revere? Because I didn't do much. All I did was go to the grocery store on Saturday night with my husband and my eldest daughter. God, I brushed my teeth and they still look awful. Yeah, pretty quiet. Yeah, not much going on these days. My brother-in-law and his horde of kids came over yesterday. I think all of them minus their eldest daughter came over. Yeah, their eldest daughter was not there. Their eldest daughter's the same age as my eldest. Older by like 3 months. My eldest is, yeah, so they basically grew up together. They're really good friends, and that's the way we wanted it. And most of the time, his wife and myself were pregnant at about the same time. You just said that. I mean, we were basically pregnant about the same time. I think I have a couple kids. I've had 4. She's had like 7. My husband's doing great. He's at work right now. So, yeah. Give me. What am I looking for? Where is it? Right there. Give me my blush too. Thank you. So yeah, so my brother-in-law came over yesterday so we could pay him. This we're basically renting this house from them. And what we do is we pay like every 3 months. We give them enough to last 3 months. kind of makes our money drain real fast, but we want to get this house. And they want to get this house paid for as soon as possible. That way it's just one less headache we have to deal with in life. We are hoping that before we're 40, we could have this house paid off. That would be like, not many people could say in their 40s that they've paid off a house. It is 11:37 here, Revere. Yeah, it's almost noon. Yeah, so not much going on. I don't know what we're doing for my son's birthday. Just I'm just gonna play it by ear. My husband likes to keep things secret sometimes, which is one thing that I do like about him. I mean, when we were younger, when our kids were just babies, when we had like only a couple of them, or maybe just one, when we had more sense than money. Actually, no, more money than sense. There you go. More money than sense. There would be many a times when we would just pack up, go to Wyoming just to visit people on the whim. Or we would tell people that we were leaving, that we were coming up on a Friday and leave Wednesday. Because my husband because Thursday was actually a day off, but we thought we needed that day to pack and stuff. So yeah, I mean, back in the past when things, when we had less kids and stuff, now even though it's easier to travel with teens because they don't bitch and complain as much, and the only thing they do tell you is, hey, I gotta go to the bathroom. Or, my stomach's getting hungry. And I don't know if I'm doing something wrong or not, but my kids, the only fights that my kids and I get into are of stupid shit. I mean, they love me to death. My son, who, like I said, is 13 today, will still come over and sit on my lap and give me hugs and kisses. My 11-year-old will still come over, sit on my lap, give me hugs and kisses. It's just my eldest that seems to get into fights with me. Whoa. Oh, they love to play. Yes, teens love their music. My eldest daughter cannot go anywhere without her MP3 player. She loves that MP3 player. It's always in her ears. She's always either listening to something on her laptop, which if she's on her laptop, she's listening to creepypastas. If she has her MP3 player in, she's listening to her music. I mean, she always has headphones in for some reason. I just got like lots and lots of flyaways. Hate that. Arg. So yeah, what's a creepypasta? Google look it up on YouTube. They're scary stories. No, they're scary stories. Look them up. It's funny. They're funny, they're scary. They're really interesting. Yeah. Some are based on real stories, some are made up. I think the most of them are made up. You know, you got like the Lost Episodes creepypastas, you got a lot of Disneyland creepypastas. There's just basically creepypastas out there for just about everybody. Yeah, you should look them up. It's really interesting. I like creepypastas. I got some saved here. I don't know if it's on this. No, yeah, it's on my Tinkerbell channel. I got a lot of creepypastas saved on this channel, so if you want to go look at those. But if you Google creepypasta, you get a lot of people: Mr. Creeps, Creeps McPasta, Creeps Pasta Jr. I mean, there's a lot of people that do creepypastas. Clancy Pasta. Let's see. Yeah, check them out. They're a lot of these people are worth watching. Like a Creeps McPasta, he's live right now. Here's one by Creepypasta Jr. I used to work security at Disney World. Oh, I'm gonna have to look at this one. In the 80s, there was a toy called Teddy Ruxpin. You can look up this. Oh my god, I can't even spell it anymore. Teddy Ruxpin.
According to Wikipedia, Teddy Ruxpin is an animatronic children's toy in the form of a talking bear.
Yeah, so and that toy right there, Teddy Ruxpin, that was my favorite toy when I was growing up. Back in the day, I mean, he looked a lot different back in the day than what he does now. But back in the day, you would put cassettes in him, and you would have a storybook, and he would read the storybook while you followed along. And there was a cartoon show too with Teddy Ruxpin. And I just felt, oh, that was my favorite toy in the whole world, Teddy Ruxpin. And he had a caterpillar friend named Grumby. And yeah, it was. I just, I loved him to death. And all these toys that you guys think are new are, because Because Teddy Ruxpin looks, a lot different these days. But these, like Jim the Holograms, Strawberry Shortcake, She-Ra's coming back, He-Man's coming back, Paddington Bear made a comeback. All these stuff that, that a lot of these kids, they're like, oh, I like Paddington Bear and everything. They don't know that their parents actually grew up with this stuff. Like Strawberry, I used to watch He-Man and She-Ra growing up. Yeah, and I used to watch Jim and the Holograms. In fact, I have Jim and the Holograms on DVD, and it's not the movie. I will never, ever, ever in a million years watch the movie or buy it. Because of how they perverted Jim and the Holograms. It's just, no. No. I wouldn't mind if they updated. I don't mind the fact that they updated it for the 21st century. It's how they did it. They made it seem like that, that Jim and the Holograms, that they were just, like Jerrica and her sisters and a couple of her friends, they were just, high school people looking for their 15 minutes of fame, but they weren't. They were just trying to get their orphanage off, off the ground and everything after their dad died. So, yeah, I mean, go look up the cartoon. It's it's a lot better than the movie, trust me. And unfortunately, it ended before it was supposed to end, so yeah, because nobody wanted to watch it anymore. Because, I mean, it was an 80s thing, and the 80s had came to an end, and they thought that we wouldn't want to watch it in the 90s. But I wish that it would have ended better. I wish that Rio would have found out that Jim and Jerrica were were one and the same. You watched the cartoon when you were a kid? Yeah, good cartoon. He-Man and She-Ra, I watched a lot growing up. Grab the right mouse here. Let's see. I can't remember them all. So just Google them. 80s cartoon shows. He-Man and She-Ra. Oh, Gummy Bears? Anybody remember Gummy Bears? Anybody remember the real Ghostbusters? DuckTales. I have the whole series of DuckTales in my in the living room on DVD. Like I said, Jim. I wasn't really big on G.I. Joe. Let's see. Oh, Inspector Gadget. I used to watch that a lot. Heathcliff, I used to watch. Garfield and Friends. Every Saturday morning, I used to watch Garfield and Friends. Rainbow Bright, Care Bears, The Jetsons. Oh, Super Mario Brothers Super Show. Used to watch that a lot too. Saturday afternoons. The Smurfs. Alvin and the Chipmunks. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles before they perverted them. Yep, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Beetlejuice. Danger Mouse. I used to watch Danger Mouse a lot. That's just some of them. Okay. I saw it. I hope I do not get a copyright strike on this. No, not the new one.
Sometimes laughter isn't the only thing.
Come on. Yes, I hate the fact, YouTube, that we cannot skip anything anymore. As long as you don't have 10-hour ads, I'll be fine.
Life is like a hurricane, in Duckburg. Race cars, lasers, aeroplanes. It's a duck blur. Might solve a mystery or rewrite history. DuckTales, woo! Every day they're out there making DuckTales, woo! Tales of daring, do bad, good luck tales. Danger, watch behind you. There's a stranger out to find you. What to do? Just grab onto some DuckTales. Woo! Every day they're out there making DuckTales. Woo! Tales of daring, do bad, good luck tales. Woo! Not ponytails or cottontails, no DuckTales. Woo! Please, Disney, do not copy strike me. I'm just, nostalgia. Yeah, I mean, I don't like the new DuckTales. It's nothing like the old ones. They basically made everybody, which I don't mind making everybody hip hop, fresh, okay with, today's generation, but there's just some people they made younger just for the sake of making them younger. Yeah, that song. Yeah, the very, very, very first time I heard that song here a few years ago, yeah, I was like, oh my god, nostalgia. I used to wake up every Saturday morning and watch the Bugs Bunny and Tweety show. That was like the highlight of my week, and that'd be like the only reason I'd wake up early on a Saturday was to watch Bugs Bunny and Tweety with a great big bowl of cereal. My mom thought it was weird. And I look at kids these days and I'm like, they're always on their phones and everything. And I'm like, and my mom was complaining about me when I was growing up. Was my nose always in the TV or always, or just, always, playing video games and whatnot. But at least I went outside and played. It's like kids these days, you can't get them to go outside and play. It's like, and there are days where I see in the news that so-and-so got in trouble because their kids were playing outside. It's like, well, their kids are like 8, 9, 10 years old. They're allowed to be playing outside unsupervised. I remember here a few years ago, there was this like 10, he was between the ages of 10 and 12. So, and he was walking to school. Just walking to school. They lived like 3 blocks away from the school. Excuse me, but yeah, if I lived 3 blocks away from the school, my mom would have made sure that I was walking. And we lived like 3 blocks away from the park in our trailer complex, so we walked there to and from. But this 10, 11, 12-year-old boy, his mom got in trouble because he was walking to school. There was this cop that stopped him, and the cop said, well, what are you doing? He's like, I'm walking to school. I'm going to be late. And then the cop's like, well, you shouldn't be walking to school. It's dangerous. And I understand that there are some weird people out there. I understand that there's some less than savory people out there. But I wonder if it actually is as bad as the cops nowadays are making it out to be.
and as much, as the news is making it out to be, because I mean, it's like, because it's like it can't be. It couldn't have gotten that bad since I was a kid. I'm only 34 years old, and I graduated school in 2002. I had my eldest daughter in 2003. So I don't know if, I mean, things couldn't have gotten that bad that fast. So, I mean, if I lived close enough to the school, I would make my kids walk every day, rain, come hell or high water, rain, snow, sleet. I mean, that'd be depending on how close we lived. When we were in Pierce, we lived close enough to the private school to where this is back when my eldest daughter was in kindergarten. So I would walk with her to school every day. But if there was snow on the ground, I would get in the car and drive her. Even though we lived like 3 blocks away, but still, I mean, little kindergarten, I'm not going to make them walk in the snow. So yeah, that's how, so I mean, I didn't see anything wrong with it, back then. There shouldn't be anything wrong with it now. Kids should be allowed to walk to school. I mean, you see really fat kids, and I'm not going to be PC about anything on my channel. There's this really fat kid at my kids' school, and I don't think his mom makes him do any exercise. I think the only exercise that he gets is when he does PE. And he's in my youngest daughter's grade. And he's not getting basically any exercise. His mom's a teacher there, so he thinks he's entitled. So it's just wow. Yeah, I mean, it's just some people just think that they're just so entitled that they don't have to do anything. So yeah, I've got to get dishes done so I can make a cake for my son. And and I gotta I don't know what my husband has planned, so I gotta just to make sure that everything's on the up and up for when it's time for him to get home. And goddamn, I'm getting fatter and fatter each week. So yeah, I will catch you guys tomorrow. Bye.